channel. Thanks for joining in with me, where we talk about all things money. So I'm talking banks, crypto, credit cards, credit unions, stocks, side hustles, grants, travel hacks, basically money in general. If that's what you're into, go ahead, smash the like, hit the subscribe, share, and don't forget to pop the notification bell so you know when something new is coming at you. In this video, I'm going to tell you how to purchase a home as a first-time home buyer from start to finish. All right, and I'm going to go quickly, so pay attention. The first thing you're going to do is determine the type of home that you want. So that could be a ranch, could be a 2-story, could be a condo. Decide if you want a full basement. Just what type of home do you want, and then you need to find out if your credit is even going to allow you to be able to buy a home. So in years gone by, you was first called the loan originator. But in today's society, with all the technology, I'm going to suggest that you take a look at your credit scores first yourself by using things like Experian and other credit resources that are free, where you can actually get your score. Now, although they have programs that go all the way down to the 500s in the credit score, I'm going to recommend that you have your score at least in the mid 600s before you go home shopping, and the higher the better. Now, once you've determined that it looks like you are eligible from a credit standpoint, you're going to start reaching out to lenders. I want you to interview at least three lenders, and find someone that's comfortable to you, because you're going to probably talk to this person or people in this person's office a lot during this process. So make sure it's someone that you've kind of got a nice synergy and connection with. Also check their online reviews. Also talk to friends or colleagues that may have done business with them before. In other words, do your due diligence. Okay. Now, once you go through the approval process, they're going to actually pull all three of your credit reports. So I'm talking Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. They're going to use your middle score in most cases to determine what you qualify for. So questions you should be asking this lender: what do I qualify for? So what type of lending products, whether it be FHA, VA, conventional, renovation loans. You want to know everything that you qualify for and the pros and cons of it. You also want to know, do you qualify for any free money? So by free money, I'm talking assistance from the lender. Could be portfolio products that give you assistance with down payment. Could be products that give you assistance with the closing costs. It could be products that give you assistance with prepaid items. And by prepaid items, that's stuff like the application fee that they charge, the credit report, and stuff like the appraisal. All right, once you've gotten all of that, now it's time to go shop for a broker, because you got your pre-approval in hand. You know how much you qualify for, you know what kind of home you got, and you know what kind of products you qualify for, and you've selected one to primarily go with. Now you need to actually start looking at real estate agents, and I'm going to recommend that you also interview at least 3 of them. And you can get recommendations from friends, family members, colleagues, church members, etc. But ultimately, you're going to choose them based on your own personal preference and interview with them. So, hint, hint, the person that does the most sales may not be the best agent for you, because they may be so busy that they may not be able to give you the attention that you need. And that's all case by case scenario. I'm not trying to steer you towards or away from anyone. I'm just telling you, interview at least 3 agents. Make sure that they have integrity, that they seem honest and knowledgeable, and very, very important, that they have your best interest in mind, your best interest in mind, your best interest in mind. Okay, so once you've selected an agent, now you're going to go out and actually start looking at homes. And once you find a home that you like, you will write an offer on that home. If your offer is selected, now you're going to go into what's called an attorney review / inspection period, where an attorney that you hire that will represent you at the closing will be able to review the contract and see, is there anything detrimental to you that needs to be changed. And you also have an opportunity to have a home inspection, and the home inspection can decide whether or not you move forward with the contract. Maybe the home inspection goes so badly that you decide not to move forward with the contract, or it's just to the point where you're going to ask for a few things to be done. Now, quick sidebar about the attorney that you hire. Make sure that that attorney does real estate transactions. I've had people that have tried to bring their attorney into deals that I've been a part of, as a real estate broker, and they'll bring an attorney that does criminal law or an attorney that does divorce or probate, and that's not going to be the attorney that services you best in this situation. You need an attorney that does real estate transactions, okay? All right, once you get through the inspection period and you decide whether or not there are things that need to be addressed, now you're going to go ahead and your lender is going to order the appraisal. Once the appraisal is done, as long as it meets or exceeds the contract price of the home, now you are going into underwriting. So that means your lender is going to go over your financial profile with a fine-tooth comb. They may ask you for some additional things, such as updated check stubs or updated bank statements, but they could ask for anything. So just be ready. It's kind of invasive. It's a little awkward and uncomfortable, but that's part of getting someone to basically give you a large lump sum of cash based on your signature and you putting a small down payment in. All right, once you have gone through all of the underwriting process, now you will get the hallelujah CTC, the clear to close, to actually close your transaction. And then when you go to closing, before you go, you will have a final walkthrough. You and your real estate broker typically will walk through the property and make sure that it's just as you think it should be. If there were repairs that you had mandated from your inspection, you want to check and make sure that those repairs were done and done to a high quality, or just to make sure that the property is in the same condition it was that when you saw it and fell in love with it, to the point that it made you write an offer on it. Okay, once you've been satisfied with the condition of the property from the final walkthrough, you're going to go ahead and go to closing. Now, in the event that there were some things that the final walkthrough uncovered that needed to be addressed, you're either going to go to your attorney, if you're in a state that doesn't really have attorneys at the closing, then you're going to get in contact with the seller and you're going to work out whether or not there's going to be a credit or when those issues can be addressed. But you'll work it out prior to the closing. Now you go to the closing. Your lender gives you a figure prior to the closing of the amount of money that you need to bring. You're going to sign a whole bunch of documents to the point where your hand gets tired. And just like that, boom, welcome to home ownership. So that is it in a nutshell. Buying a home as a first-time home buyer from A to Z. I tried to compress it. Might have left one or two small details out. Every state can be a little bit different, but I'm just kind of giving you a nice overview so you know what to expect. Some things I want to emphasize and emphasize very heavily. Again, make sure that the attorney you choose does real estate transactions. Make sure that you're very comfortable with the lender and the real estate agent that you choose, because you're going to probably talk to them a lot during the course of the process, and it can be a little invasive as far as you giving information you're not used to sharing with people. So make sure that you're able to have someone that you feel like you can kind of build a solid working relationship with. Also, make sure you do your due diligence on the home inspector before you hire them. They are paid at the time that their job is complete. They don't wait until closing like the real estate agents and the attorneys do. And you want to make sure that they have a reputation of doing a good job. So I would recommend doing some checks on them online or finding out if you know of people that have actually used them before. All right, so hey, that's it for this video. I hope you got something out of that. If you did, be kind and go ahead and hit the subscribe, like, and share, and that notification bell. And I'll be back soon, but I do approve of all of the messages that I just shared with you. But on that note, until next time, guys, I'm gone.